everybody, this is Gary from Spartan Cycle in Clinton Township, Michigan. And it looks like our Challengers have arrived. We've got 3 of them in stock right now. Very exciting bike. I did have a chance to ride it briefly. So I put about 25 miles on it, and I've got a little bit of a riding impression of what the bike's all about. And there's one thing I want to put to rest, because this bike really does look like a big Scout. This is Scout's daddy right here. It's a great job on carrying over a lot of the styling features that we have currently in our lineup and blending them in to a high performance bagger. And you can see a lot of Indian. From the back end, looks a lot like a Chieftain, but as you start coming to the front, this looks like a Chieftain and a Scout got together and made a big bagger. It definitely has a lot of Scout lineage in it from the way it looks. A lot of this engineering is brand new, ground up stuff. Little bitty features that I like as far as detail is the new Indian head on here. They updated it, and it just really pushes this bike forward into a modern styling bike as opposed to the old styling stuff. But you still got enough styling cues there to see the lineage from where they came. And I really like that because you still got some of the lineage, but the bike is obviously brand new performance motorcycle, and it really looks the part. State-of-the-art Brembo monoblock brakes are radial mounted, so they're mounted outside here a little bit. The whole wheel area has been lightened up, so you're keeping the rotating mass down. The upside down forks also help with that, so we've got the lighter part of the fork at the bottom. This really helps with feel on the road for handling, and in the short brief time that I did it, I do notice that this bike flicks around really quick for a bike of its size. The other thing we did on the bike is the mass centralization. You'll notice that the frame here is all solid aluminum. I love the way they integrated this radiator into the bike. It's seamless and it doesn't jump out at you at any point. A lot of motorcycles have that radiator and it jumps out. This looks a lot like a Scout. This is where I'm saying a lot of this engineering concept anyway looks as though it was taken from a Scout. The battery's mounted low, more mass centralization, keeping that weight really down low. And if you know the Indians and how they've been built, the engines are always a stressed member. That allows me to get this crankshaft area down low and keep the center of gravity down low. So when you start transitioning left and right, pick it up off the side stand, do all those low speed maneuvers, the bike feels extremely light. I love the way they did that. And as usual, Indian is not shying away from beautiful engines. The motor on this bike is a gorgeous piece. It's the centerpiece of the motorcycle. Great looking engine. It's overhead cam, single on each side, 4 valves per cylinder, 122 horse, 128 foot-pounds. It pulls from ground zero all the way to rev. An extremely smooth motor. That's one thing I really wanted to try out on it when I took it for a ride. The pegs and bags and a lot of that stuff is going to be the same as our big Chieftain line. The slip-on mufflers are the same as our Chieftain line. So anybody looking for mufflers and start asking questions, anything that fits our big bike line will slip-on wise fit this motorcycle. Coming around to the back, the whole back end is new as far as fenders. You can see this one, we've actually put a Roadmaster trunk on. Looks really nice. The flow and how they styled everything up here, I think is spot on. See your navigation system right here. Gauges sit on top of it. So if you need to reach and touch your nav as you're going down the road, this is all really easy to get to. Pockets on either side will open up no matter where your bar position is. Another really sweet thing here is we've got a locking gas cap, and all you gotta do is hit the button and the gas cap unlocks. You've got the extra wind deflectors rolling down the highway. In this colder weather, I had the windshield all the way up. I was running around 75, 80 miles an hour, super smooth, barely buffeting free with the windshield up in stock form. I had my visor up on purpose just to see what the wind was gonna be like. It's very clean, not a lot of wind noise. The 2 top end bikes are gonna have 6.5-inch speakers, and it's hard to tell on a video, but let me tell you, this is without a doubt, for a 2-speaker system, the nicest stock stereo I've ever heard on a motorcycle, bar none. And the nice thing is they launched us 3 versions right out of the gate. I've got the Dark Horse version, and this is a brand new color. This is my favorite color out of all of them, and I'm normally not a matte guy, but this sandstone smoke is awesome with the black textures that they've got going on. And then we go over to our limited model. So technically the top of the line, most of the content is exactly the same. But on the Limited, you pick up the engine guards in the front, and you're picking up the bag fillers between the saddle bags. Other than that, content is the same as the Dark Horse, but obviously you're getting a lot of the cosmetic stuff in chrome and shiny paint. I'm gonna fire this one up. We do have the Indian slip-on mufflers installed on this bike, and that's all we did to it. But it's got a very hot rod sound to it. Content on the bikes, these two are the same, the Limited and the Dark Horse. We also have the base model that's due to arrive here within the next week or so, and that comes in at a stunning low, $21,999. These are typically right around the $27,500 and up, depending on the color and the model that you get. Indian is just on a roll. They've been hitting it out of the park, and for a high-performance bagger made in America, there's absolutely no competition for this motorcycle. If you got any questions or want to come in and check it out, see myself, Gary, or my salesperson, Brian, and as always, ride safe.